Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jay, and in today's class we're going to just continue with our Science 10 content on optics, all right? The last video we were going through the converging lenses and how to draw the ray diagrams, okay? So what we did not cover is the last two scenarios, and so with that, let's get started. Okay, so here we are, okay? We are still going through our converging lenses, okay? And so let's draw out, okay, the ray diagram for a converging lens. Okay, so again, whenever you're drawing the lens out, okay, I would make sure that I just put it like in the middle like this, okay? It doesn't have to look perfect, but make sure you're drawing the middle line here that's going through the lens, okay? I'm going to place my focus here and then F as well as the 2F value. Okay, and do that on both sides here. Okay, and again, make sure you are, this is how it looks. Make sure you're checking the exact distance, okay, on both sides of your lens. Okay, so this time what we're going to do is we're going to place our object at the focus here. Okay, so I'm going to put object. Okay, I want to draw the first ray. Okay, so the first ray is going to go straight like this. It's going to hit your lens, and then it's going to go through the focus. Okay, make sure you're using a ruler here. So it looks something like this. Okay, now maybe like extend it a little bit. All right. And again, the second ray I want to draw, so let's number it. The second ray I want to draw is the one that's actually going right through the center. Okay. So it should go through the center exactly, okay? I'm just going to go straight like this. Okay. It goes through the center of the lens and just keeps on going straight. Okay. And what I notice here is basically, let's write that down, okay? I notice these rays, okay, are parallel to each other. Okay. And when the rays are parallel, I can see that these two rays that are refracted, they're never going to actually come together, okay, at any one point. And so in this case, I'm going to put no image, okay, is formed. Okay, and I would make sure I just memorize, okay? So whenever I place the object at the focus, okay, so at F, there will be no image formed. Okay, so don't start drawing the image over here somewhere. That's just wrong, okay? All right, and let's go to our last scenario here, okay, with our converging lens. So I'm going to draw it right here. Okay, so again, let's just place it in the middle, our lens. Okay, and this time what we're going to do is we're going to bring our object really close to the lens. So let me just label our F, and this is 2F, okay, on this side. And the same thing on the opposite side here, I'm going to put F and 2F, okay. And now I'm going to actually place the object, okay, right here. Okay, and if you want your diagram to be very accurate, okay, you could actually just measure, okay, this actual object and the length of the object. And that way, when you find the image with your ray diagram, I can also use my ruler to measure how many centimeters the image is, okay? So what we're going to do in this case is I'm going to draw my first ray again. Just put 1. It's going parallel to the principal axis. It's going to hit the converging lens, okay? And then it's going to go through the focus like this, okay? So again, make sure you're using a ruler here, okay? Because what we're going to do is you're going to place your ruler on this line, okay? And I'm actually just going to extend this back, okay? And when you extend it, make sure you're using the dotted lines, okay? So it looks like this. All right. And the second ray I want to draw again is going to be the same ray. I want to draw this one, okay? Because I feel like it's pretty accurate here. And this is again the ray that is going through the center, okay? I'm going to place my ruler on this line and just extend it back like this. Everyone see that? And I can see when you extend this back here with the dotted lines, okay, this is actually where my image is going to form. Okay, so I'm going to put image like this. And then this is my object, okay, right here. So does everyone see that? Okay, and in this scenario, I can see that my image right here is going to be upright. So let's write the characteristics down. Every time you draw the ray diagram, okay, you should be writing down the characteristics. Okay, as you can see here, my image is larger, okay, than the object. So make it ray specific. So I'm going to put larger than object, okay? And where it's forming is on the same side, okay, as the object as well. So let's put same side as object, okay? Because it's formed on the same side of the object here, okay, this is going to be a virtual image. Okay, and one more time, please note down, okay, that this is actually the opposite, okay, compared to the mirror. Okay, when we did the concave mirror, okay, the virtual image was only when the image formed on the opposite side of the mirror. Okay, so make sure you do not confuse the two here. Keep the characteristics of the mirrors separate from the characteristics of the lenses that we're going through. Okay, are there any questions here? These are the last two scenarios that we didn't cover, okay, in the last video. So I did want to go through that. Okay, are there any questions? So that looks good, okay? So what I want us to go through is going to be the diverging, okay, lens. So let's write it here. Okay, and so the diverging lens is going to look slightly different, okay? And what we're going to draw here, let's draw out the diverging lens. Okay, there is only like one scenario, okay, for the diverging lens. This is what the diverging lens looks like. Okay, it's something like this. Okay, it kind of looks like a vase, okay? And again, I'm just going to draw the line, okay, that's going through the center. So it looks like that. Okay, we can put like the value for f. Okay, let's put f on both sides here. Again, okay, make sure when you write the f, it should be equal distance on both sides, okay, of this lens. Okay, so because this is a diverging lens, okay, what's going to happen, let's place our object, okay, so say I place the object right here. Again, we're using an arrow, okay, so you can directly see where the rays are going to. So I'm going to draw my first ray. Okay, so the first ray is going parallel to the principal axis. Okay, it's going to hit the lens. And then it's going to diverge out, okay? So make sure it hits the lens right here in the center. And what you're going to do is put your ruler, okay, like right here. Okay, and the ruler should be basically a straight line like this. And this is where the actual ray is diverging off. Does everyone see that? This is a diverging lens, okay? So remember in the converging lens, the rays are actually coming inwards. And this one, they're diverging outwards, okay? And if you want, you could just extend this a little bit, okay? Which looks okay. So this looks pretty accurate here, okay? And I'm going to draw the second ray out, okay? The second ray I want to draw again is the one that goes through the center. Just going to be something like that. Okay? And again, just use a ruler, okay? Make sure it's straight like this, okay? And where the actual image is forming here is going to be right here. Does everyone see this? Because this ray we basically extended back, and this is the ray that goes through the center. Okay, so this is the object here. And this is my image, okay? Now there is a third ray, okay, that you can draw for the diverging lens. But again, okay, anytime you draw two rays, that is enough, okay, for you to actually form the image. Okay, so what I wanted to show you was the third ray, okay? So the third ray is actually going to just go straight like this, okay? It's going to hit So I'm going to write 3 here. Okay. It's going to hit the center of my lens, my diverging lens here. And then it's going to go parallel this way. Okay, everyone see that? It's going parallel to the principal axis. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm just basically putting a dotted line and I'm extending it back. And you can see that it's actually hitting at this point here. And all 3 rays have to be converging kind of at one point. Okay. And that's where the image is going to be formed. Okay. So let's write down the characteristics, okay, for our image here. So I can see that our image is upright. Okay. The image is smaller than the object. Okay. And again, because the image is formed on the same side here, okay, of the lens, and because it's formed on the same side, okay, this is a virtual image. Okay, and I can also indicate the location, okay, of the image here. Okay, and the location of this image is going to be between, let's put between the lens. Okay, and I'm going to put and the focus. Does everyone see that? Because this is where the image forms. Okay. And that's all you're doing here. Okay, so this is basically the ray diagram for the diverging lens. Okay, and if you're wondering, what about if the teacher puts the object at a different point? Okay, that actually doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where I place the object, okay, in a diverging lens. Okay, because in this case, there's only one actual case of the diverging lens. Okay, the characteristics of the image are going to be the same here. Okay, and it's always going to form in front of the lens. Okay. All right, so that looks good. And if there are no questions, that brings this video to an end. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see everyone next time. Thanks. Bye.